The other thing I wanted to mention is people come here all the time about developments and building developments, that's whether they're by right or they need approval and you just keep approving them, and whether the new property on City Avenue they're coming up, the 3 on Bell Avenue, and we're always told that there's new zoning is in the works and we should wait and that will fix everything. But until that time,
It's not going to fix it.
it's not going to fix everything, but it will fix a little bit, hopefully. But until that time, why not just have a moratorium? You can do that. If you just change the zoning right now, pass a new ordinance, go through the whole legal process, pass a new ordinance that says no new development in Lower Merion shall be higher than 3 stories without approval. That way, that's the zoning law. If they come into here, if it makes prudent, if it's sense, then approve it. If not, wait till the new zoning comes into being to see if that makes sense. Because right now, traffic is getting worse, parking is getting worse, the developments are getting worse, the schools are getting more crowded. So something has to be done. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would ask our solicitor if he could correct me if I'm wrong, but Pennsylvania state enabling legislation does not permit a municipality to adopt a development moratorium to prevent any future development. Like, we couldn't just amend our zoning code to say you can't develop anymore. Is that correct?
That's correct. It was tried down in Delaware County and wasn't
Didn't go
successful.
anywhere. Yeah. We are, though, tonight talking about something that we think might be helpful for stemming things and
Mr. Abramson, your comments, and also Commissioner Rogan touched on this. As she said, we can't do a moratorium. And there is a tendency or an instinct to want to create a law, create a new zoning law, change the zoning laws to cut things off. First of all, that would have very limited effect, because if an application is already in the pipeline, if it's already been made, it's under the current zoning laws, not the new ones we would create. But the other reason I think that changing things in the interim is not a good idea is because zoning laws, and I think many people know this, are very complex. And we could accidentally create something that we don't anticipate that would make a zoning situation worse. Maybe there'd be a loophole that we'd be creating or some other issue that would not solve the problem, could make it worse. So as I think you know, we've hired zoning consultants. They're working on the institutional zoning now. Then they're going to move on to residential and commercial. And what we're doing, we hired good consultants. We're counting on them to work with us to get it right. Again, what's in the pipeline now, we couldn't change it anyway, which doesn't mean that it's right, but it's where we are. We've taken some measures to limit parking. We're considering a measure tonight. We're having a public hearing on an ordinance to reduce lot widths that will prevent some subdivisions that may be of residential property that maybe shouldn't happen. So what we're going to do tonight, I hope we'll do tonight, will help that. But we're doing what I can, but we're avoiding a knee-jerk reaction that would make the problem worse. So thank you, and thank you, President Bernheim.
Thank you.